I'm very excited to be able to reveal today that Kickstarter coins from Campaign Coins. They've got new epic level loot of 500, 5,000 and 10,000 coins in copper, silver, gold and platinum. And this is a Kickstarter that's active at the moment, so you still have time to back it.
Take a Valium and show you all the coins. When I say all of them, I made a small error. I have a game in progress at the moment and I don't actually have any gold 2s because I think the GM's gone and got them somewhere. But other than the gold 2, I will show you all the campaign coins and where the new ones fit in. So these are the ones, and the most of the 2s and the 5s and the 10s and the 20s and the 50s and the 100s. And previously they used to skip from 100 to 1,000. So these are all existing coins, and I've reviewed these before separately, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about them, except just to pick out some of my favourites. One of my favourites is the gold 2, and it's not there. I also quite like the copper 2, and I love these coins that are differently shaped, because I think it really kind of adds that high fantasy ambience, because there are coins by various people that for fantasy role-playing games, and they kind of fall into two categories: coins for role-playing games. You either get the realistic coins, stuff like this, that not quite as standoutish in terms of the designs. They're sort of more muted, a bit like a real coin, which are lovely. But one of the problems I found, I've never found a set that sort of has the copper, silver, gold and platinum of role-playing games. And then you get the other type, which they don't have denominations on, so that one coin is one coin, which in some ways is kind of how D&D is supposed to be if you're a D&D player. The problem is, if you wanted to have a dragon horde, you need like more gold coins than it's possible for. There's just not enough raw metal in the world to make those things, because dragon halls are massive and stuff. So we need higher denomination coins to do this in a role-playing game. Besides which, could you imagine counting out a dragon's horde? You need a set of scales and do it in batches. And what I like about campaign coins is they solve that by having denominations. The gold 5 is one of my favourites. I love the shape on that. I love the 20s with the holes in them. And the silver 50, definitely one of my favourites. I love that. I mean, completely impractical in terms of a real coin, because these angles here, they would just snag on your pocket and tear holes in them. But as a high fantasy coin, I love it, and I love the fact that they're using all these different shapes to really make them stand out, and they're fantastic. But here are the new coins. And one of the things I noticed about the new coins, I'll just sort of give you a quick overview here of the new ones next to some old, and the new ones do actually feel more detailed, and that kind of really works for me, because it's the high value stuff, but it kind of makes the 1000s feel a little under detailed now. So because the 500s just look so gorgeous, and then you kind of go back to a more the more plain style of the lower denominations, and then back to the high detailed ones. But aside from that minor criticism, these are beautiful, beautiful coins. So here's the 500, which has like an orc warrior type guy on it, and then and you kind of get that pattern through the rest of the coppers. So if I go to the 5000, it's got a copper dragon, and then it's like an orcish sort of lair type thing going on there. And then the 1000s is like an elven city, with the silver dragon, and you get an elf there. Oh, lost focus. Come back, focus, come back. So there you go. You get an elf. I'll just straighten that up a bit. There you go. Shooting his bow, being very elfy. And in the gold's all dwarf stuff. So you got a dwarf fighter here, and then we go to the gold dragon, and then the dwarven city. And I could now, every time I look at my gold coins, I'm kind of thinking, I imagine the dwarves going gold, 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 gold. So I think I'm going to do that every time I touch my gold coins now. So damn you campaign coins, you've got a really odd song stuck in my head. And then we get to the platinums. Now the platinums have never been my favourite coin because under artificial light it can be quite hard to see the details on them. But you know, aside from that, I mean, I love the shape on this one. You know, just that little bit unique about it, and that's like a human fighter, or you know, perhaps a paladin or something. And then we get to the platinum dragon, another lovely coin, and then the city, the human citadel. So that's. Again, lovely coins, and actually with the larger denominations on the platinums, I don't have the problems I had with some of the older ones of seeing the values, because you get down to really the sort of the 1s, 2s, 5s and 10s, and it's quite tricky. The 2 in particular is quite tricky to read, although I love the shape of it, and you know, the number's barely visible on the 1 and stuff. So a couple of other criticisms of the coins as a whole. The silver 2, it's very hard to see the 2. It's here, sort of between these 2 raised embossed areas. There's a 2 kind of recessed beneath them, and I find that quite hard to find, or my players do in particular. And of course, my players don't know all the coins by shape as I've learned them now. Okay, so the 20 on the gold stacks precariously. That's because this banner around the top is embossed and raised and stuff. So that can be a bit fiddly if you're going to stack them. But I don't stack them. I have some coin bags I give to my players, and the rule is when the bag's full, they can carry no more coin, no more coins. And you know, that's the encumbrance limit. I have 2 different size bags for the stronger characters and the weaker characters. So that works out really well. It saves you having to calculate encumbrance and stuff. So and I think that the Kickstarter now comes with some of the pledges come with some bags, you know, to put them in, which is cool. So you could do that too. So I'm going to show you some of the other coins that they do. They have the D20 Medallion piece in copper, silver and gold, and I use these as inspiration counters when I'm playing 5th edition. They have the King's Ransom set, which I don't have a complete set of, so I've got the 1 up there, a nice sort of hexagon coin. Previously, before this Kickstarter, I used the King's Ransom coins for my high denomination coins. So that was the 500, this is the 5,000, and then the 10,000. And the other coins you see there, they were sort of limited edition coins. I did say in a previous video that these were the coins for the Kickstarter because I misunderstood what Mark had given me, but they turned out to be limited edition ones, which is awesome. So yeah, these are the new coins. They're very detailed and I really love them. So let's go down to the city ones, so you get them all in view. They're just beautiful, beautiful things. And then the dragon ones, I think these are my favourite, the dragon coins. Particularly the gold dragon. I just really love this coin. There's such a beautiful dragon on it. And then these are the 500s. So the Kickstarter is active at the moment as I upload this, and probably does include the gold too, which I'm missing. Boo-hoo. But yeah, well worth getting. If you know, it really does change the game to have coins in your game. Players love it. It just changes the whole way you hand out loot. I have my coins in my dice box, so if I want to give out a small amount of loot, I go to the low value coins, and if I'm giving out big loot, it's the high value coins. And I just grab a load, chuck them at the players, and then they're happy sorting through it all. And I can be a bit cruel about it as well, and not give them change that equally divides between them, just to be cruel. But, you know, hey, I didn't say it was a nice GM, only that I've got a cool coin collection. So currently what I do when I'm handing out coins, and the way I treat my coin collection, is I treat all values as this is a 10,000 gold piece coin, even though it's copper, because I don't have full ranges in all 4 sizes, you know. I hope to one day, but I'm not there yet in terms of my collection. So I generally, I don't bother with the small change, and I say, oh, all of these are worth their face value. So that all the fact that they're all different coins is just kind of like they're from different kingdoms, you know. But I love the fact that the copper set is all kind of monstery coins. The silver set is kind of like elven-y and stuff, and the gold set is all dwarven-y all throughout, and the platinum is all human-y. They really have kept that theme running all the way through them. And I didn't really notice that theme before now. It didn't really kind of stand out to me. The silver 20, for example, is kind of like I thought it was a castle. I thought, you know, maybe a bit dwarfish. But then when I kind of realised, you know, as this set builds, that actually these things are kind of all sort of suggesting an elven style, and you know, and the same with the dwarf stuff. You know, the 50s are a couple of tankards, and so you know, very dwarven there, and the 5 is a sort of an anvil, a blacksmithy anvil, and I can just see a dwarf now anviling some gold. So as a size comparison, this is an American 10-cent coin, and this is a British 1p coin. So you see that's kind of roughly the size of the 5s, or the a bit smaller than the 10s are. I'd say actually probably about the size of the 1s, actually, more or less. Obviously, when you get into notes, dollars are a bit bigger, although the comparison's a bit more favourable when you use an Indonesia note, because like that's 10,000 somethings, and probably get a cup of coffee with it. So I don't know why I'd do a size comparison to a note, but I did. So enjoy.